Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have, hey yo man, what we got over here? We had a couple of things, man. We got all right, we got the artist Shine. You know what I'm saying? He talking about he was definitely the fall guy for the diddler, man. We're gonna tell you a little bit about that. All right. We got Drake's goon going after Kodak Black, man, on some shenanigans, okay? We got folks inviting 13-year-olds to after parties, man, and you couldn't imagine who the one that did that, all right? 50 Cent's message to Drake, man. We got that, man. 50 Cent talking about why he trolled the diddler, and also Cardi B in the hospital, man. Again, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. Yo, if this is your first time to the channel, man, be sure to hit that like button if you feel any part of the content. We definitely appreciate that. That notification bell is waiting for your tap, so go on and give it a tap. And that subscribe button is waiting for your subscription, man, so go on and touch that to Yo Mellow. Let us know what you eating for dinner. Those of y'all in the comments, let us know what you eating for dinner, all right? I think I'm gonna have me one of them Chick-fil-A, what's it called? What's the cheesy one? The cheesy Chick-fil-A sandwich. I think I'm about to have that. I forgot what the pimento jump off, okay? Let us know what y'all eating for dinner, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what the listeners is eating. Anyway, look. Never mind on that. Listen, the YSL saga is still in operation. All right, last we saw, the prosecution witness, if my memory ain't playing whack-a-mole, the prosecution's witness got hit with 5 years for not spilling the beans on the stand. All right, now Slime Life Shorty, he wasn't trying to play them jailhouse games, man. Bro got on the stand, man, and look, he got to take his lady to Target, man. So he can't play them kind of games that the other dude was playing. Okay, man's got on the stand and he let them know how exactly he viewed YSL when he was asked if he viewed them as a gang. Take a listen to what he had to say.
And outside of the music, is YSL a gang?
You said outside of the music?
Yes, sir.
Some people treat it like that.
What do you treat it as?
I treated it that way before.
You treated it as a gang before?
Yeah.
When did you stop treating it as?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know.
You just don't know. And when you say you treated it as a gang, what do you mean?
I don't really know. I never thought about that.
So he essentially said he treat YSL as a gang, right? But the attorney, I feel like she put the horse in front of the carriage. You follow what I'm saying, man? She should have reiterated with bro. If that was the prosecution, she should have reiterated with bro what a gang was a lot earlier in the questioning, then later asked if he viewed it as a gang. You see what I'm saying? That way, Key said what up. That way, right? She wouldn't have to ask, when you say gang, what do you mean? Because, now all of a sudden, now he playing the I don't know game. Okay? You know what I'm saying? See, at that point, he could have said, when I say gang, I mean a group of friends that chill outside, kind of like a militia. I would have played them kind of like a militia. You see what I'm saying? See, that might could have worked. See, if Thugger is innocent, right? Which he is until proven guilty, YSL members could have argued that they viewed themselves as a militia rather than a gang. See, that might could have helped them out. See, they could argue that they are organized for a legitimate purpose, like self-defense in the community or something like that, rather than for criminal activity. And that might could have shifted the perception from being involved in gang-related crimes to being seen as a political or some kind of a social organization. I mean, we know they can't say political organization, but they could have said that they're a social organization. You follow what I'm saying? You like, yeah, but ain't that the Rico situation? I don't know. But what I'm saying is this. If drugs were involved in murders, then of course, they don't got a chance. Okay? But the term militia, right? The term militia might evoke legal protections related to the Second Amendment and self-defense, which could work in their favor in a legal context. You understand what I'm saying? Look, there's always room for the argument to backfire. Don't get me wrong. And I'm just a layman, so I got no idea what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Look, hit us with a like if you agree, okay? And hit us with a sub if you don't. Listen, a documentary is coming out, right? With the artist turned politician, Shine, who said that he was the fall guy in the Diddy nightclub shooting. Remember that? I want you to take a listen to the trailer for this Hulu documentary. I guess we got to let all the clips ride, so let's take a listen real quick.
Everybody that heard me wanted to sign me. I would ride my bicycle up the Brooklyn Bridge, and by the time I got down, raps would just come to my head. I got a call. It was like, yo, you gotta hear this kid.
His name is Shine. Kid is nice.
Now tell me who on the with us? Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Whoa. This is a bad beat. Everybody wanted him.
Somebody called Diddy and started talking crazy. Signed into Bad Boy, I became a millionaire.
Bad Boy was very much like a family for a very long time.
At this point, I'm with Puff all the time. I go to Club New York, we're hanging out, and I think we're getting ready to leave.
And then you hear,
Bad Boy.
Police are questioning entertainers Sean Puffy Combs and Jennifer Lopez following a shooting at a nightclub.
I had nothing to do with a shooting in this club.
Puff couldn't end up going to jail. Every man for himself.
Puffy got acquitted and he got 10 years.
He was betrayed.
I was absolutely set up to be the fall guy. One of the most difficult parts of it was watching everybody succeed. You know, watching 50. But I put out another album while I was there.
he got bigger.
I spent 10 years in prison, but I was able to move on.
The trajectory of Sean after that changed.
There's a time to pivot. There's a time to transition. And that's how I got into politics. The politics just came naturally because that made me have a purpose.
That's a beautiful thing when somebody finds their true purpose in life.
This gentleman came with an aura around him, and everybody was drawn to him.
Believes first. The Belizean people first.
His story is unbelievable.
Everybody's journey is different. Mine was 23 years. I sacrificed my career and life and family to be someone with humanity, with integrity, with honor.
You're like, I knew it. Everybody knew that. Damn. You know what I'm saying? We all knew that, man. We all knew that he was the fall guy, man. Come on, that ain't no new news to us. But you know what certified it for me, man? When there was a couple of, I want to say weeks ago, maybe even months ago, he was asked, he said it a couple months ago, then he said it again a couple of weeks ago. He was asked, and I don't know if y'all remember it. If y'all memory is better than mine, then you remember what I'm talking about. He was asked about Diddy, and he pivoted the conversation and said, hey, look, I'm here for the best interest, the best interest of the people of Belize and for the country of Belize. When he said that, when he pivoted the conversation from Diddy to what was in the best interest of the people, I was like, ooh, he sounded like he took a bag to keep quiet and used it to benefit the country, okay? Now, was that noble? That's a whole nother question, okay? I don't know, all right? Think about how many people would not have had baby oil smeared on them. You understand what I'm saying? Was it more noble to... Look, help me in the comments below, because, you know, I be needing y'all help, because, you know what I'm saying? I ain't the smartest one here, man. I need y'all help. Real talk. I'm serious, okay? Was it more noble for him to help a country of people and staying quiet, right? Like, taking a bag and help... I'm not saying he did this. I'm just saying this is what I suspect, because I could have sworn he was on stage with Diddy not too long ago, okay? Was it more would it have been more noble to take a bag from the diddler and help a country of people and stay quiet about his shenanigans, the diddler's shenanigans? Or would it have been better to lock away a monster and keep him from harming a number of people akin to a small country? Are you understanding the question that I just asked? If you don't, you got to rewind it, because I don't feel like going into that again. Like, what do you think? I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. Real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I really need to kind of, I like to try to get it. Like, a lot of times y'all be giving me insight is what I'm trying to tell you. You see what I'm saying? Look, if you're a real teacher, you almost learn more from the students than the students learn from you. You see what I'm saying? And me, whether it's students or anybody I interact with, I'm there for the learning. You know what I'm saying? Where we at over here? I mean, so what was more noble? Real talk, though. Real talk, okay? Is it more noble to take a bag and keep quiet to benefit the country? Or is it more noble to lock away the monster? You follow what I'm saying? Who you know is probably going to... Who you knew was harming people and you know is going to harm even more people. Because now, think about how long ago that happened. All of the shenanigans that happened all the way up until now. You follow what I'm saying? What are your thoughts? Let me know. Look, you know we get all existential with it. You know what I'm saying? Look, ladies, you know we get all existential, right? Have you, giving you some deep things to think about. You know what I'm saying? We like to get deep. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, turn it up. Listen, never mind all that, all right? Cardi B, let me tell you something, man. Cardi B has turned in her doctor's notes, letting you know she will not be able to work or to report to work. Please don't hit my car. You're backing up. Okay, they was backing up a little fast. You're like, who? My peoples, my own peoples. Listen, Cardi B sent in a doctor's note. It goes, she said, I'm so sad. I'm so sad to share this news, but I've been in the hospital recovering from a medical emergency the last couple of days, and I won't be able to perform at One Music Fest. We saw this yesterday because yesterday's video, she looked like she was in a hospital gown, laying on a hospital bed, so you knew what it was. She said, it breaks my heart that I won't get to see my fans this weekend, and I really wish I could be there. Body gang! Thank you for understanding, and I'll be back better and stronger soon. Don't worry. Love y'all. Hey, Cardi, listen. Don't sacrifice your health or your life for work, okay? The people are gonna be there, all right? And sometimes the longer they wait, the better, all right? You get yourself better. Take care of your situation. Whatever it is that got you in the hospital, please heal up and repair. Repair fully before you show back up to work, okay? Don't worry, there's all kinds of other people that are going to hold it down in your place. Trust me, all right? There's a lot of other people that are trying to fill your shoes, and by the time you come back, I bet you won't miss a beat, okay? But real talk, though, heal up, okay? Because you need to be there, you know what I'm saying? You're like, I'm a good mother. That's what you said. And we need you to be a good mother for your kids, okay? Now, I don't know if you remember. Wait. Let me see. Wait. I want to keep all my Diddy news together. You know what I'm saying? Keep it together. I'll keep my 50 news together. Listen. I don't know if you remember, but 50 Cent linked up back a couple months ago, like right after the whole Kendrick Drake thing. 50 linked up with the Canadian artist Drake, right? He took a pic with the Canadian artist, right? But he also wore a LA fitted. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what they spoke about until now, okay? Here's what was stated. Oh wait, didn't I take a picture of it? All right. They asked Fifth. They said, when you linked up with Drake, did you have advice for him as far as his next move? He said, I was telling him it's not him. I'm listening on the outskirts. It's not you. Don't let yourself think that for a second. He said, on some real ish. I said, they said you lost. Okay. Well, what did you lose? What exactly did he lose? If he got 300-something million on his last tour, you didn't lose a further-mucking thing. If that's the moment, you keep your creative energy in the right place and you keep creating. If you slow down because you feel what the cuff, the resistance will make you feel like your material isn't good. Then you gotta figure out how you're gonna keep pushing, how to keep creating, because that's what it feels like to you at the moment. That ish was good for hip-hop. It made both of them create quality material faster. And they said, I feel like people cared about the lyrics again, Fifth. He said it was about the lyrics. But that ish was on a different level. The cuffing, good kid, mad city car in the video, that ish was a mystery. Everything was tied to something. It was like, what, the cuff? That wasn't in hip-hop before. Before that battle, I do not remember this was the car from this and that was this. Everything that was a part of it was some other ish. It was almost encrypted. They said then they making some crazy allegations against each other, Fifth. Do you think you lose once you get on the defensive? I thought Drake lost his footing a little bit. Fifth said, he said, when you say something that isn't true and the person wants to defend themselves, they encourage. The public likes that you're vulnerable because it matters to you that it wasn't true and they jump on you. That's like Meek Mill. He always name drops. That's like Meek Mill. When they say Meek is fruity or gay with Puff in the situation now, it's how he responds to it that makes people talk about it more. It gets bigger and bigger and it turns into a thing going on out there. You don't hear one thing about French Montana. About French Montana. You see what Fifth is doing? He said, and French was in that circle and around that a lot. Not one thing. And Meek's ish is all over the place. It's the way they respond to what people say about them publicly. They feel like, oh, that bothers you? If you say something, then they start harping on that harder. They want the fight to continue. That's real talk. What he's saying is real. You see what I'm saying? Here's the thing, man. Once the sharks smell blood in the water, man, the feeding frenzy's about to pop off. You follow what I'm saying, man? But them accusations against the Drake, They were hard on a different level. Like if here's my thing about the accusations against Drake. If there didn't seem to be any dots to connect, you follow what I'm saying? If there were no vids of bro kissing the 17-year-olds on the list, if there were no vids of shorty thanking bro for buying equipment for shorty who would then try to coerce younger girls to expose themselves on the internet, if there was no weird discussions with Millie Bobby, if there was no one on the team with a weird case of pedophilia, you know what I'm saying? No one would have had a second thought. But the fact that we see all of those additional details, even academics said, bro's music don't hit the same no more. You know what I'm saying? Because hindsight is 2020. Remember when he said, in high school, you was even bad then? That's what he said. Y'all know the lyrics I'm talking about? What's the name of that song? The song with the Lauryn Hill sample. Listen. Listen, let me give you this story about Dame Dash, all right? You know, a lot of people get famous. They switch up on the people that they knew before they got famous. You understand what I'm saying? But to switch up on people that kind of put you on, man. You know what I mean? To being famous, that's a little bit of a different move. And it seems like that might be a bit of a pattern for Dame Dash, okay? That is, people switch up on him. Dame Dash has mentioned that he has seen this play out with Jay-Z, and now he's mentioned that he feels Kevin Hart has done the same thing. Take a listen to what Dame had to say about Hart.
You know, like certain people that were cool with me all of a sudden just stopped. Like Kevin Hart, for example, who's another person that I look at like he was on Rockefeller Films, right? Like I discovered Kev. And, you know, so what happened with Kevin and I was we kept up with each other. Like up till he was in NYC, he was doing a show at the New York, what was it at, right? NYU. In NYU. And then the next time it was the Garden, and I didn't get the call. And we just stopped being cool. It was like all of a sudden, the minute he got to a certain level, he stopped calling. And that's happened with me with people where once they get, and then all of a sudden there's a whole new set of friends. And now I see him over there, like I didn't know all this, but I see him over there, you know, they got the tapes of him at the party with the mic, and when people ask him questions, he's real serious, and I'm like, damn, what the fuck is going on? Kevin's over there too? And now, if I could ask him, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck you was doing over there? Like, because I've known these people for 20, 30 years. So I could, you know, we talk like that. So it wouldn't be like an uncomfortable conversation. You're a comedian. I'd be like, yo, you had the baby or you was next to the bed. Like, you got to tell me something. And why are you being so quiet about it?
That man essentially said, Kevin got no heart. Kevin got no heart, right? Look. I feel like the less intricate and detailed knowledge Dame has about the Diddy gatherings, the better. You understand what I'm saying? You get too much information, next thing you know, bam, they subpoena your ass. You follow what I'm saying, man? If that man is super silent about them diddler parties and he's on video there at them parties while people's hair's catching fire, just be glad you ain't get an invite, bro. You follow what I'm saying, man? Because even people that went to the party and ain't did nothing, they nervous. Okay, folks are trying to figure out what happened when they blacked out, learning. Man, look, is that where the herpes might have came from? Bruh, be happy you ain't part of the cool kids club, man. You know what I'm saying? Because look at the kind of vids we starting to see. Matter of fact, like this vid of the diddler inviting the 13-year-old to the damned after party. Take a look at this joint.
Coming to the after party alone?
Yeah! You're doing so good.
I just want to say,
Hey, look, man, what the hell is you inviting the 13-year-old to the after party, man? See, questions like that, Dame, is what you don't want to have to deal with. You're better off hearing and knowing about the shenanigans without getting too close to the shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? If you put your arm around a man on fire, what you think is going to happen? You follow what I'm saying, man? I think there is a realm of knowledge that's connected to a cost. A cost that you most likely will not want to pay. You know what I mean? Hey, look, you gotta pay for the information that you know. A lot of people have paid for what they now know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm positive at this point, they wish they ain't pay. You know what I mean? And they wish they never even knew. Folks would probably pay you, Dame Dash. They would pay you, bro, if they could have the ignorance that you now possess. You understand what I'm saying? Let me go to my shout outs real quick. Look, I'm feeling it today. Let me go to my shout outs real quick. Oh, there go my group text. You like, well, who? With my job. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they do group texts and stuff like that. I never respond. I try to never respond. You know what I mean? Because then you start responding, and they know you watching and you listening and stuff like that. You know what I'm like? I'm like some of y'all that never comment, but y'all always watch. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? I do appreciate you watching. I want to stay in the loop. I just don't want to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Where we at over here? All right, let's go to my shout outs real quick. Okay, I'm ready to roll. I'm starting to sweat. Shout out to War and Peace. War and Peace been showing up in the comment section. I don't think he be agreeing with me very much, but he show up, and I appreciate that. My man said, look, all these characteristics of God you're describing, you starting to sound like a human being. Didn't Adam hear the footsteps of God in the garden? And didn't God ask, where are you? Now, why would he ask that? So, was God in human form before Jesus? You asked a lot of questions, bro. Let me try to see if I can answer it, all right? Look, listen. If you create a clay, like a clay figure, right? And then you breathe life into that clay figure, and then that clay figure, right? It starts to hear, it starts to see, it starts to act like you. You wouldn't turn around and say, oh, the creator of the clay figure is just like the clay. You'd say the clay is just like its creator. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta flip it around. Just because we see characteristics that sound like they're human, those characteristics can only come from the creator. You understand what I'm saying? You only see because the creator sees. You could only hear because the creator can hear. Nothing is created that is higher than the thing that created it. You understand what I'm saying? We only can do what our creator does. Okay? That doesn't mean that but since you said like God is a human being, God did decide to take on human form in the person of Jesus. Okay? That is God the Son decided to put on a set of armpits. Okay. And then didn't Adam hear in the garden? Yeah, he did, of course. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what he heard, but he somehow knew. And here's the thing. When he heard, think about how close and how in tune Adam was with God. Okay. Maybe for him, it sounded so much like footsteps. Okay. Because maybe his sin issues weren't as deep as ours to the point where we can't hear when we can't even look. People are looking at the world that God created and they still don't think he exists. You follow what I'm saying? And the question of God saying, well, where are you, Adam? I don't know if that was necessarily a question of location as much as it was a question of like, where are you? Like, where are you in respect to where you should be? Like morally, ethically. I think it was deeper than just, hey, where's your location? Because I mean, he was there. He went. You know where Adam went. You think he lost him? You think the creator of the entire universe that knows every single strand of hair on your head don't know where Adam is? A Nubian goddess said, I feel like saying you look better in person mean damn. Your pictures online look nice, but seeing you in person, the photos just don't do you no justice. The Nubian goddess is like, why you gave me that voice? I mean, that's the voice that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree with you. I think, people saying, man, you look better. I think people saying you look better in person or whatever, or you look different. I think a lot of times it can mean photos don't do you justice, but there's times where you be like, oh man, the camera helped. Essence by G said, I remember wanting to become a okay, this is good. Listen to this. See, this is why I have a whole shout out section, because stuff like this. Okay. Essence by G wrote, I remember wanting to become a camera woman. That was the field I trained for in high school. You listening? She said, in the 80s, that wasn't a field most women went into. After being asked to show my talents on the quote unquote auditioning couch, I decided that fame wasn't for me. I wanted to get the job off of my talent and not on how good I was in bed with some purple-nosed porno perv alcoholic drug head. When I told people about this, they refused to believe me. I'm so glad that it's finally coming out now. After experiencing and turning down that offer, I realized that Hollyweird was one mentally brutal demon that I refused to cuff with. So I became a barber. Hey, look, I'm telling you, man, you can't pay. Some people would pay for the piece you got. You understand what I'm saying? You see that? The field of entertainment, the Hollywood stuff, like that stuff, real talk, there's something over it that requires you to give up so much more than, what most people think they got to give up. It requires to give up like your dignity and your self-worth and all of this stuff where a lot of these people become a shell of themselves. You see what I'm saying? Thank you, Essence Baji. I really do appreciate that comment. I think that's a great comment. Alicia Collins said, I beat the statistics. What you talk about, Alicia? She said, I'm a single mom of 5. Okay. She said, I raised my kids in the hood, and I have 4 college graduates. Shout out to you, man. Real talk. She said, my youngest is 16. Thank you, God, and a lot of love and discipline. Hey, yo, shout out to all my single mothers out there, holding it down, man, transforming the world, doing the hard work, doing the heavy lifting, even though, a lot of society may look at you some type of way. Man, shout out to all my single mothers out there that are really holding it down. All my single parents out there. Because whether you're a single mother or a single father, but right now we're focusing on the single mothers, okay? Because I'll give my props to the single fathers. But right now it's single mother time, okay? Shout out to you single mothers. You're a single mother holding it down. Hit us with a like and put it in the comments below. Let us know you holding it down, man. We do appreciate y'all. Because y'all doing an incredible thing, man. Y'all doing an incredible thing. Children are the most valuable thing on the planet. Real talk. They are like one of the most valuable things that you'll ever get. It is your lineage, your descendants. You know what I'm saying? You are creating another link in the chain of humanity. You know what I'm saying? It's another branch on the tree, the family tree of the world. You follow me? I'll be trying to get poetic with it, but it'd be falling flat. DJ Cheddar said, Charleston White isn't God. Yeah, we knew that, DJ Cheddar. He said, get the cuff out of here. He said, that don't mean it's funny when someone else kills another. Oh, he's talking about yesterday's comment. He said, that don't mean it's funny when someone else kills another, regardless of what the person killed has done. Y'all are slow. Celeb, you be on point sometimes, but you can't just swing the Bible any way you see fit to fit your twisted sense of humor. I told DJ Cheddar, I said, hey, look, DJ Cheddar, why do I like the fact that you think I got a twisted sense of humor? But look, though, the point that I was trying to make, DJ Cheddar, right, was that although I prefer for the wicked to have repented, okay, it is fair that they receive death, as we all should. And I don't entirely hate that the wicked are mocked when they resist mercy and clown God boldly to his face. You understand what I'm saying? Although God is said to laugh, I don't think like the predicaments are about, oh, the situation is funny. See, I think the laughter that God does has more to do with irony, okay? I will go so far to say Charleston White laughing at the street dudes dying off is not that Charleston finds it funny, but I think it's the irony of the situation. See, what's ironic is that a lot of these gangsters, murderers, killers, they pride themselves in killing people, and then they themselves get killed. That's hilarious, but it ain't, but it is. You understand what I'm saying? Not like funny, like you fell down the stairs kind of funny. You know what I mean? Not that kind of funny, right? Where gravity is doing its thing, okay? See, these people, they cause families to be in pain. They cause families to be in tears. You know what I mean? Then when it comes to their family, I think, you know what? That's something like, yeah, that's exactly what we was hoping that. You know what I mean? Now your family got to deal with it. Now, here's the thing. I wouldn't gloat at the death of the wicked. I don't think it's a good idea to gloat, right? Even God says don't gloat when your enemy gets theirs, because God sees the fact that you gloat. And then a lot of times, if he was punishing them, he'll turn his anger away from punishing them just because he saw you gloating about it. You know what I mean? I think that's in Proverbs somewhere. You like, which one? I don't know. Read the book of Proverbs. If you're reading Proverbs every day, there's 31 Proverbs. So read a proverb a day, a chapter a day. It's good for you. It makes you wise. I promise you. Okay? I promise you it does. Brazen Black. I got a lot of shout outs here today, man. Let me give you the last story and then I'll finish with the shout outs. Okay? Can I do that? Let me do that. And finally, listen, all right, look. There's this guy, right? His name, he's one of Drake's goons, okay? His name is Top 5, okay? Top 5. One of Drake's goons, his name is Top 5, okay? Bro, look, bro just got out from like a court case type situation where he was accused of murder. You understand what I'm saying? But he got out. He was found not guilty, okay? Now, the first thing bro does when he gets out, first thing he does, okay? He threatens Kendrick Lamar. Then he threatens Metro, right? Metro Boomin. Then he says when Kodak was in LA, he's lucky he only got hit in the leg because had he been there, ... You see what I'm saying? Now, this guy, Top 5, he's looking to get a rise out of folks by posting another message concerning Kodak. I don't know why he wants smoke with this man. He says, I think it's because Kodak might have had issues with Presser, right? He says, my little brother made you take perks, if you know what I'm talking about, Goofy, with the 3 pals. Then he adds, hold that pink. Now, I'm not saying bro ain't a goon. I'm not saying that. But most goons are quiet. You follow what I'm saying? I'm sure he could pull a trigger. Anyone could. Anyone could. You understand what I'm saying? One thing I learned from seeing Mike Tyson lose a fight, anyone can join the party. You follow what I'm saying, man? No one is exempt from laying down. You get me? And the less people hear you say something, the better. You're like, why you talk so much? Get the point that I'm trying to make. Why would you make yourself a target unless you think you're untouchable? And you're not. You know what I'm saying? You'd need a bulletproof vest, bulletproof skin, bulletproof face, neck, forehead, and chin. You see what I'm saying? Anyone can join the party. Okay? Bro gotta pump his brakes. Top 5, this guy gotta pump his brakes. Okay? Because he don't know where the Florida man resides. Yeah, you ain't never heard about the Florida man, bro. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, okay? Matter of fact, let me go back to my shout outs, because I had a few more and I needed to get it off my chest. Thank you for tuning in. I do appreciate y'all tuning into the channel, and I appreciate those of y'all even more that not only tune in but stay to the end, man. It actually, believe it or not, YouTube can see how long you stay in. You know what I'm saying? Not to make you feel guilty or nothing. I'm just letting you know. I really do appreciate those of y'all that do stay in. Listen, Brazen Black posted this. They said, I check in on Celeb Source when I can. I heard you say that you was at 399,000 subs, so I hit the subscribe button. I appreciate that. He said, I appreciate the common sense jokes. Wait, Brazen Black, are you a man or woman? Let me see. I can't really tell from the pic. Let me see. Let me zoom in on the pic. Zoom in on the pic. Bro. Okay. Wait, is it bro? Let me double check. The picture's fuzzy. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? He said, I appreciate the common sense, jokes, and news. Keep doing good. Work out here teaching the youth and dropping the word. Yeah. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Real talk. That really means a lot. And that's why I read these comments, because it means a lot. Tony Snow said, yo, Charleston White is talking reckless about God. I'm shocked that you covered that one, Celeb. He's using God's name in vain. Please don't ever rep that on your channel, bro. That wasn't funny. That was blasphemy, bro. Listen again to what he actually said, and he's lying. This whole time, he talks to God to find out that he hasn't since he's been famous is crazy. No. So what Charleston was saying, right? And I don't care to defend somebody or not, but I mean, I'll come to the defense, and if they're wrong, then they're wrong. Charleston was essentially saying that he only turns to what's my time looking like? Charleston was essentially saying he only turns to God when he only turns to God. He finds himself turning to God when he goes to prison. That's what he said. He said he finds himself turning to God when he goes to jail. You know what I mean? And he said that's when he self-reflects, and that's when he thinks, and he feels really bad. He's like, yo, I don't even know why. And really, using God's name is using God's name as a curse, or even using his name frivolously. But here he was talking about like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I be turning to God. I be self-reflecting and all this other stuff. Jug said, I'm an ex-Trump supporter. I wasn't a fan of weak presidents like Biden. This is what they said. When it comes to dealing with politics outside the United States, funding wars and people outside the country while the economy suffers, and I somewhat feel the same about Kamala. But Trump lost me on his abortion policy, so Kamala it is. I was wondering. I asked a question yesterday. I said, those of y'all that support Trump, what would y'all have to hear to make y'all say, nah, chill, I'm good, man. Bro was wilding. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that, Jugs. Red, shout out to Red. I love you. As you know what I'm saying, you always coming through. I love you. You know what I mean? Scarecrow said, look, I guess since I ain't no member no more, Celeb just skips right over my comments. Yeah. Scarecrow's that kind of person. You know what I'm saying? He do the laugh, and then he do the cry, and then he do the laugh again. Shout out to you, Scarecrow. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate you, bro. And what's didn't I have one? I had another one, didn't I? I had two more. Didn't I have? I had a good one this morning. All right, listen. Let me give you the last two. Jen Sane said, bro, I love your show and I love your channel, but I can't agree with you on Charleston White. I used to rock with Charleston, but once you start disrespecting people's children, especially handicapped children, that's on a whole nother level. And our Father already said, Leviticus 19:14, you shall not curse the deaf nor put a stumbling block before the blind, but you shall fear your God. I am the Lord. Just a little food for thought. And honestly, well, I think you know where I'm going with this. He has become what he most despised and on the path to end up just like them. Yeah, that was a strong statement. What you said is very strong. It's very powerful. You know what I'm saying? Let me cover this last question though. The comment is from Mr. Williams, man. My man said, yo, Celeb, bro, Seth. I want you to revisit what you was talking about when you were talking about being at where we are in this life and it being already designed by God. I agree with what you said based on scripture. I have to say, though, it's always something that's made me wonder how that works with the idea of free will. He said, this example may be a little or sad or whatever, a little funny or whatever. He said, but take the current state of Mr. Combs, the diddler. He said, if things don't go in his favor and he does end up with life, would it be safe to say that he was always going to end up doing life? I mean, from the time God thought of his existence, see what I'm saying? Is think about this. If you have a movie with a beginning and an end and you know how the whole movie goes, because it's your movie, you produced it, directed it, wrote it, okay? How can any character in the movie have free will when their destiny is already set in stone? Like, whatever decision you've made, you're always gonna make that decision because your defined appointment is already. Mind explosion. All right, so I like the illustration that you used about the video. I was going to say, because I had to reread the comment, I was going to say that if you watch any of the videos that, like all the videos that you have in your phone, right, of you or your family members or whatever, you know how the video was going to end, but that doesn't make the choices that were made in the video any less free. You know what I'm saying? In other words, all of the videos that you have of yourself in your phone, you acted with your own free will at every single moment. You actually have the free will to leave this video running or to turn it off. You follow what I'm saying? You have the free will right now. Now, here's the thing. There's a couple of things about this, right? God's sovereignty means that he has ultimate authority. So he knows the end from the beginning, right? He gives us free will. He allows us to make choices, okay? And here's one way you could look at it is through time, okay? God sees everything, past, present, and future, okay? But he sees it all at once, all right? He knows the end from the beginning. But knowing the end from the beginning doesn't mean that dictates the character's choices. Now, you have to combine something like that with the idea that God knows us so intricately, down to our DNA, right? He understands how we are wired. He understands our programming, okay? He understands how we will respond in any given situation, right? Because he created us. And this is why, like, he made you to live now in 2024 as opposed to 1824, because his objective is for the maximum number of people to get into heaven and or to get into where he is. And in order to get the maximum number of people in, he has to place each individual in the perfect time, right? That they will have the highest probability of making a choice to connect with him. You follow what I'm saying? He knows how we're wired. He knows our programming. Okay. And that don't mean he forces any responses. It just means that he knows and he understands our nature and the circumstances that we're living in. And he knows what decisions we're likely to make in any given case. Okay. For the maximum number of people overall. All right. Now, every step of our journey it might feel predestined because God already knows it. Right. It's still us making the choices. You understand? God's sovereignty and his omniscience, that means, he's all knowing, right? God's ability to be all knowing, they aren't a limitation on our free will. In fact, they are the ultimate expression of his knowledge and understanding of us as his creation. Remember, this is God we're talking about. So he can make it where he knows how everything is going to play out, knows all the perfect detail, and still allows us to have free will. It's wild. It is wild. You know what I'm saying? I hope I didn't complicate matters further. You know what I'm saying? I can see how it could be that. But, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to like. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news.